I want to give my family members.
Merry Christmas! Merry
Crossover line, we are going to talk.
Good morning. It's Christmas Eve. I want to give my family members their gifts now.
We have a Christmas.
Yes. End of the year gifts. Start from home.
Okay. I love this one. Okay, let me say, I'm always buying this thing for mommy. Let me give. Mommy is always taking my own.
Please, it don't stop me that I'm coming to you.
I will see. This one, listen.
Yes.
Yo,
Hands up! You are too short. I don't worry about my presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you ever know. Make my dreams come true. All I want for Christmas.
I say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
all of us here in Lagos State and all over the world.
Is that what you want? Chocolates?
That's chocolate wafers.
And that is wafers, not chocolate, real chocolate. See chocolate here, but it's 5,000 naira. This one, clock ride is 1,950. Sneakers is 1,250. Are you seeing? Bought brand new hair. I went to my cousin's place for Christmas and gave me money, and I bought myself perfume, pistachio crush body mist, which was one of my Christmas gifts.
Crossover line. We are going to church. God is good. 2025 is rolling out.
In a few hours, I'm saying bye bye.